If you're inspo tanks, and make no mistake, you've come to the right place. Just give to Neil the time to straight up blow your mind with a new show of drawing a blank.
Alright, we've got our walk cycles, our backgrounds, our foregrounds, and all grounds in between, but now it is time to work on some portraits for our characters. This should be pretty relaxing compared to the last few weeks of work, so let's get started. Taking inspiration from the original meme, I love how the portraits portray the characters and are a peaceful cherry on top for each character. I also want to have that little bit of motion in each one, just like the original, so that the portrait still feels alive. Each character is associated with a specific time of day, so I'm going to use that in these portraits as well. Dawn Frost with the morning sun rising behind her, Golden Pelt with a blazing, circling sun, and Spotted Shadow with the moon. And of course, all of this stuff will have to be edited later in After Effects, but while I'm painting, I need to take that into consideration and make sure my layers stay separate so I can move these elements separately. Starting with Dawn Frost, I pulled the same color palette from her background to use in this painting. I also love the flower illustrations from the original meme, so I wanted to do something similar to that and give each character's flowers to represent them. For Dawn Frost, I chose Morning Glories. Seemed fitting. As many of you have probably guessed at this point, Dawn Frost is the song's soldier. So I'd like to take a moment to explain why I chose each character for the soldier poet and king. At least, try to explain without giving anything away. Dawn Frost was an obvious pick here for me. She is a get her hands dirty to do what needs to be done kind of character. Out of all of our main characters, the lyrics just fit her so well. I hope as more gets revealed about these characters, this animation meme takes on a little bit more meaning for you guys. Dawn Frost has a lot of plans for her future, which is another reason why everything is at dawn. It's just the beginning for her. Golden Pelt is, after much deliberation, my poet. I went back and forth quite a bit with Spotted Shadow and Golden Pelt, trying to decide who should be the poet and who should be the king. The roles suit them both real well, and they're kind of like two sides of the same coin. In the end, the line, "He will slay you with his tongue," just stuck with me as a better fit for Golden Pelt overall. Of course, Golden Pelt's painting is a bit more sinister than Dawn Frost's. While Dawn Frost and Golden Pelt are both ambitious warriors, Golden Pelt's way to the top has involved a lot more manipulation and control. Golden Pelt's moving aspect of this portrait is the sun, so I want to make sure it looks good from any angle that it might appear. I really had fun with Golden Pelt's color palette here and the shading. It's very intense. And this is something I haven't really talked a whole lot about before, but shading is actually one of my favorite parts of drawing. I think it's because I associate shading so much with setting a mood and feeling. So the shading in this one was a lot of fun. The glint in Golden Pelt's eyes is eerie, and everything about this portrait just screams shady schemer. Have I mentioned I love drawing villain characters? So with those two done, that just leaves us with our king, Spotted Shadow. I think another reason I ended up choosing Spotted Shadow for the role of king was because the lyrics implied the difficulty of taking on responsibilities that you find yourself placed into. So I'll just let that speak for itself. The moon and stars are important to clan culture, especially Wind Clan, who feel an even deeper connection to their ancestors since they live under the open sky. And Spotted Shadow always feels like she's being watched. Being so close to Silver Pelt is both a blessing and a curse. The flowers I used for Golden Pelt and Spotted Shadow are both common moorland flowers, heather for Spotted Shadow, and goldenrod for Golden Pelt. Yet again, just seemed fitting. But now that we've got all three portraits done, you might be thinking, well, hey, Tennille, you did it, you're done. When are you going to post the video? Later today? Where is it? Why isn't it on my feed? And it's funny you think that, because all of these separate elements still need to be edited together, and that's a lot more extra work than you might have originally thought. I know a lot of you are excited to see the finished animation meme, believe me, I am too, but there's a lot to be said about taking your work this far and then editing it together to give it some extra polish. So I'll see you guys back here next week for that, and we'll finally get the end result after these weeks of work. Until then, have a fantastic week, and please stay inspired. Mushroom Queen 20 asks, Danielle, what's your favorite type of pizza? Pepperoni or chicken barbecue? I also like mushrooms on my pizza quite a bit, but I can take or leave them if people don't like them. Thank you for the question and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye!